Our heroes finally reach Fortree City. After saying goodbye to Sharkpedo, the gang have finally reached Fortree City, the site of their 6th gym badge. Ash and May are excited about the potential chance of getting to battle the 6th gym leader, Winona. However, when they arrive in front of the gym, one of the referees of the gym informs Ash and May that Winona is unfortunately not here right now. Oh, not here? Why? Ash asks. She decided to go and do some sightseeing. She wanted to go ahead and do some sightseeing because, you know, she is a flying type trainer and she probably just wanted to get out and stretch her legs for a bit. Huh. So she's a flying type specialist, Ash and May think to themselves. And then that's when May realizes she still has Magnetric on her. She'll be fine, she thinks. And so Ash and the others decide to go to the Pokemon Center to regroup. To basically let their Pokemon rest, since it's been a rough few days for them. And so after Nurse Joy heals their Pokemon and Brock doing his usual when it comes to Nurse Joy, and Max pulling on his ears, they finally, May and Ash decide to sit down and kind of think about stuff. Brock and Max also sit down after dealing with that whole debacle. May is still thinking about the last several days. It's been a whirlwind of a few days for her. She beat her father Norman and earned his respect. And then she battles Steven. So stupid. She starts to regret the battle with Steven. Like, she let her pride as a trainer get the better of her. She wanted to prove if she could beat Steven. And she got humbled. She got obliterated so easily. And now she's concerned about her Blaziken. While Steven has told her that she cannot use the Blaziken in battle, she has been bringing it out of its Pokeball, trying to speak to it, as in to basically apologize for what happened. Blaziken has not been quite happy with May ever since that battle against Steven, and Brock just sums it up to that May just, maybe Blaziken was upset with May's strategy in the battle with Steven, and maybe what Steven said is kind of ringing true, that she's kind of becoming a little bit drunk with power, and it sits with May for a bit, and I guess maybe they're right. Maybe Blaziken has realized what Steven said was right. She was so obsessed with power. She just wanted to win. No matter how hard she told Blaziken to attack, no matter how strong the attack was, it just didn't do anything to that Metagross. May hopes that maybe she could get her hands on that Mega thing one day. And I know some people may be wondering, like, why did I involve Mega Evolution in a series that's supposed to be Generation 3? It more comes down to the fact that I've seen other Pokemon YouTubers or YouTubers that do what-if stories on Pokemon. I've seen them break the rules and just including whatever they want in the story. Like, one person did a whole what-if about Ash being in Johto, and he included Bay and Nessa, who were the gym leaders of Gen 8 in the story. So I think we can add some leeway here, since I'm doing whatever I want now with this what-if story, even though my intentions was different. But I'm kind of liking the idea of actually, coming up with your own story, because it just makes it a bit more intriguing, if you know what I mean. I hope that clears that up for you guys. So, May thinks that maybe one day she could learn that Mega thing one day. But it's not going to be easy, though, she thinks to herself. But instead of just sitting around all day, just waiting for Winona, May suggests that maybe they should just get up and, walk around for a bit, stretch their legs while they wait. And Ash and the others agree. Yeah, it's probably best we get up and do something while we wait for Winona. So as they leave the Pokemon Center and say goodbye to Nurse Joy, they start to climb up the tree houses. Like if you've known Fortree City, there's tree houses and there's ladders you got to climb up. Max doesn't really enjoy this. He thinks this is a bit lame. But Ash, May, and Brock, kind of appreciate the different style that this city is going with. Every city they've gone to is just pretty, like Rustboro and Mar Village and all that. But it's nice to see different kind of places in the territory. So they actually kind of appreciate this place. But now, the gang move on to Route 120 in order to do some extra training and maybe to buy some time as they await for Winona. So in that way they can get ready for their 6th gym badge. Ash and the gang make their way onto Route 120. Or Route 119, whichever one. I'm pretty sure you guys probably think I'm getting my routes mixed up. But it's either Route 119 or Route 120 by this point. They're pretty deep in, and so they make their way onto the route, and they actually kind of admire this one. But as they look around and continue to search, they encounter Steven, who's on the bridge. Oh no, what's he doing here? May thinks to herself. As she is concerned and worried about seeing Steven again, considering the last time that they encountered each other, Ash just brazenly says, "Hey Steven, nice to see you again." And Steven turns around. It's Ash and the others. "Oh, hi kids. Nice to see you again." "Huh. Nice to see you again, May. Have you gotten stronger since the last time we met?" May just kind of turns away, trying to avoid the question. But Ash speaks up for her. "Oh yeah, she's gotten quite a fair bit stronger since the last time. Not incredibly strong, but we have gotten stronger. We just scared off a bunch of Team Aqua Grunts not too long ago." "Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. I did hear about that. Good job." As Steven and Ash makes a formal request to battle Steven here and now. Steven admires the challenge, but unfortunately he declines, and he tells Ash that he appreciates the offer, but he doesn't really want to have a battle right now. And he's kind of doing research right now. And as they continue to talk, May notices a lonely island, a lonely cave out in the little river pool. And she's very curious about it. Max notices what May is looking at, and she informs Max that there's like a little cave underneath the bridge. Max does notice it, and yeah, what's that doing there? They begin to think to themselves. So Steven gives Ash the Devon scope to allow him to see Cacleons. Some of the Cacleons he does defeat, but some of them do run away. And May, May approaches Ash and the others and informs them about this weird cave that she found by the ocean underneath the bridge. And they look below the bridge, and yeah, there is a cave there. Oh, that's the Scorched Slab. The Scorched Slab? Yes. No one really ever visits the cave. It's said that there's nothing in there. Nothing in there? Yeah. People thought there was like ancient treasure or something down there. People wanted to search down there because they thought there was treasure. But after they realized there was really nothing there, they just thought this treasure was all a myth. So, yeah, there's really nothing special down there at all. May is not convinced. And so she asks Ash and the others if they want to check out the Scorched Slab. Ash is intrigued, and he and the others, he and Brock agrees, and so does Max. They ask Steven if he wants to come along with them. He checks his watch, and he sees if he has any extra time on him, and yeah, I guess he's got some time. Yeah, sure, why not, I guess. But Steven doesn't think this is really much worth of the effort because there's nothing down there. Why would Ash and the others be so curious to go down there? There's just nothing down there. And so, Ash and the gang decide to head down to the Scorched Slab to see if there is anything in this mysterious cave under the bridge. Ash and the others head into the cave via surfing. They make it onto the land and they happen to find a lonely TM, Sunny Day, sitting there. Ash tells May to take it, because, you know, it might be useful. May doesn't really want it. She thinks, well, hey Ash, you've got a Torkoal, it could be useful for Torkoal. Nah, I think it would be more useful if you had it. So, instead of just arguing, May takes the TM. And so, Ash, Brock, May and Max and Steven just stand in this particular spot. That's all that's in here? Ash and the others say, yes, this is all that this place is. This is why I'm saying it was pointless to come here. There's not much to... Then suddenly, earthquake begins to happen. The ground begins shaking, and the others are concerned. What on earth is going on? They think to themselves. How could there be an earthquake in this cave? We're floating above water, Steven thinks to himself. And one of the debris begins to collapse. As the debris collapses to the ground, everyone is shocked. There's a ladder? A ladder appears from the rubble from the earthquake. I don't believe this. What is this ladder doing here? People have searched, and we've never found this ladder before. Steven is now curious, and so are Ash and the others, and they head down deeper into the Scorched Slab, and they head into the unknown. It's very dark inside the cave, and because they can barely see what's going on, Ash wants to use his Pikachu to light the way with its electricity, but May tells Ash to hold that for. May then summons Beautyfly out, and she tells Beautyfly to use the move Flash. And Beautyfly uses Flash and lightens up the area around them. Oh well, since when did your Beautyfly learn that? I got it. I got the HM from Granite Cave, in case if we ever needed it if we were going through a cave again. Ash is impressed with May's quick thinking. And so, with Beautyfly as the guide, our heroes search through the cave. I have never seen this place before. What is this? This part of the granite cave, this part of the Scorched Slab is so weird. I've never seen this place before. This is new to you, Steven? Yes, I've never seen this part of this place before. And as they continue to talk, they hear another earthquake. And then they start hearing chatter. They begin to hear some chattering going on. And so they decide to hide some rocks to keep themselves covered. And as they look forward, they see people in red clothing. Keep searching! It's got to be here. Yes! Yes, ma'am! And these people, continuing to dig, and Ash and May immediately recognize the people in the red clothes. It's Team Magma! What are they doing here? Team Magma? Yeah, they're a bunch of bad guys. that want to cause trouble. Steven is aware of the situation now, and he's caught up pretty quickly. It's got to be here. Keep searching. But Commander Courtney, we've checked every ounce of this place. Are you sure it's down here? I am sure. We will find that magma stone, and we will retrieve it, and we will give it to our Lord Maxi. A girl with purple hair approaches, with her camera up by her side. A girl by the name of Courtney, one of the admins of Team Magma, continuing to tell her men to keep searching the area. It's a waste of time. This is a waste of time, Courtney. Things are not going well. It feels like we're on a wild goose chase. Tabitha tunes in. Oh, Tabitha, I know what I'm doing. Maxie gave us the orders to look for the magma stone down here. And that's exactly what we're going to do. You go help. You go help out the grunts. Are you forgetting that I'm an admin too? I can provide instructions as well. Oh, Tabitha, after what happened at Mount Chimney, Maxie doesn't trust you anymore. Maxie has lost a little bit of trust with you after the whole debacle at Mount Chimney, and so he has put me personally in charge. So you listen to me, understand? Tabitha doesn't really like being bossed around, but unfortunately has to do as he's told. And continues to help out the grunts with the grunt work, continuing to look for this magma stone. I don't know what this magma stone is, but we cannot let them have it. I agree, Ash and May end up saying. As Team Magma continued to dig, they then find a hole. Admin Courtney, we found a hole. I see. And so Courtney sends out her trusty Camerot and is ready to deliver an attack. She's about to make the order to her Camerot to break down the wall until voices end up interrupting. Hey, stop right there! They turn around and great, it's the kids again. It's the kids that stopped everything at Mount Chimney. Tabitha turns around and sees May. His eyes are littered with revenge. Yes, I can get my payback on this girl for embarrassing me. Tabitha gets ready. He wants to battle May and get revenge on her. I will handle her. But Courtney, I need this. You help the grunts. I can take care of this girl. Courtney and Tabitha look at each other intensely, and Tabitha begrudgingly agrees to help the Team Magma grunts to prevent Ash and the others from getting any closer and to spoil their plan. As the Team Magma grunts get in their position, they realize the taller person that's with Ash and the gang is Steven Stone, the Hoenn League champion. Oh, great. What kind of chance do we have against the Hoenn League champion? But Tabitha and orders the grunts to not back down. And so they send out their Pokemon ready for battle. Ash sends out his little Aron, who he's still been trying to train up. And Brock sends out his Lombre, who is very eager for battle. Steven sends out Metagross, obviously, as he's ready to go all out against these people. And so, Ash, Steven, and Brock are able to take down a lot of the grunts, but the grunts continue to come with more and more and more Pokemon. And in the midst of all this, Ash's Aron begins to evolve into Lairon in the midst of this battle. Ash is happy. He's so excited to see that Aron finally is evolved into Lairon. By the way, for those who have not been paying attention, Ash caught a Lairon in the second part of this What If. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go check that out. But But May now has her hands full with Courtney, the other admin of Team Magma. So you're the one that beat Tabitha? Okay, show me what you've got, girl. Camerupt, take care of this girl. Camerupt! May is at first confident, but she now realizes she's actually at a little bit of a disadvantage now. Now that she no longer has Sharpedo by her side, her only water type, she now has a bit of a disadvantage. But she's not all that worried. She was about to send out a different Pokemon into battle until Beautyfly decides to step in. Beautyfly wants to have a battle. It hasn't battled in quite some time. Ha! You're gonna be using a flying bug type? What? How in the world did Tabitha lose to you? Courtney laughs. But May is not gonna let this girl overwhelm her. She tells her Beautyfly to use its speed, fly around the camera to try and confuse it. But Courtney tells her camera to use Rock Slide to slow it down. It begins to throw rocks at Beautyfly. Beautyfly trying to dodge and move out of the way of the rocks, but one of the rocks clips Beautyfly's wings, and now it's in trouble. Good. Now use Flamethrower, and Camerupt unleashes a powerful Flamethrower, doing massive damage to Beautyfly. Beautyfly, hang in there! Use Silver Wind! And Beautyfly begins to shoot its wings by using Silver Wind. Camerupt does take some damage, but not too much. Courtney is now beginning to get incredibly confident. Ha! You're no match for me, little girl. Now use Rock Slide again! The Camerupt fires off the Rock Slide again. But Beautyfly continuing to dodge once again, using its flying to dodge the rocks, trying to hit it. And then Camerupt unleashes a move that May has never heard of before. Use Lava Plume. What? Camerupt charges and fires and fires off a powerful lava plume, doing immense damage. Beautyfly gets hurt really bad and is left unable to battle. What kind of move was that? May thought to herself. How in the world did Tabitha lose to you? You are weak and you are weak. Steven is now getting a little bit worried. These magma grunts are way more stronger than they anticipated. But he's not that concerned since he's the champion. But Ash and Brock are beginning to tire. Their Pokemon are beginning to tire. And May is actually on the defensive. May, not willing to give up, sends out her Swablu. And Swablu comes into battle, ready for this battle. And Swablu does some decent damage on the Camerupt, but once again the Camerupt is able to overwhelm her with a rock slide and a lava plume combination, taking out Swablu. Is this the best you've got? I can't believe Tabitha lost to you. May is now beginning to get a little bit worried. This girl is way more stronger than she anticipated. But suddenly, in the midst of the cave entrance that Courtney was about to shoot down, they hear a weird cry. And then suddenly, an explosion happens, sending everybody flying. And out comes a four-legged fire creature. What? What is that? Steven and the others begin to panic. That's it! That's what we were looking for! That Pokemon is what they were after? This powerful Pokemon, not happy to see people invading its home, begins to fire off fire attacks, trying to burn these people. Team Magma are forced to flee. But Courtney doesn't want to leave until that magma stone is found. We got to get that magma stone. Unless you want to be burnt to a crisp, Courtney, we got to get out of here. Fine, we'll finish this later. Return. And the Team Magma Grunts are forced to retreat as this powerful Pokemon on 4 legs is causing a tantrum. It's stomping the ground, causing an earthquake. That was the Pokemon that... Was this the Pokemon that was causing the earthquakes? Ash begins to think to himself. I don't know, but whatever happened here, Team Magma invaded its home turf, and now it's angry. May seeing this Pokemon is angry. May begins to run towards this Pokemon. Ash frantically pulls out his Pokedex, maybe hopefully to learn some data on this Pokemon. But the Pokedex that they have does not provide any data on this Pokemon. May walks up to the Pokemon, putting her arms out, trying to tell it to calm down. May, get back! This thing could burn you. Get back. Listen, calm down. We're not the ones that caused the trouble. Ah! And it continues to stomp the ground. May beginning to wobble a little bit, looking like she's about to fall over. May, be careful. It's okay. Calm down. Ah! This Pokemon continuing to scream and making loud noises. But then she notices some kind of stone nearby. She picks it up, not realizing it's the Magma Stone. She lifts it up and hands it to the Pokemon. Is this what you want? Is this what you want? The Pokemon then intensely looks at the item that May has in its hand. And so May has her hand out to the Pokemon. Maybe it'll take the stone and walk away. The Pokemon then grabs it, swallows it down its throat, and walks back into the cave, and walks back into the giant hole. Walks back into its home. And without warning, stomps the ground again, and rocks cave in on its entrance, blocking them out. What kind of Pokemon was that? Ash and the others think. They turn to Steven as if maybe he would know. Honestly, I don't know. But that was a very crazy experience, to say the least. Yeah, clearly those Magma guys were after the item that Pokemon was protecting. Clearly, that item was something that Team Magma wanted. And obviously that Pokemon was protecting it. Steven has seen a lot of stuff these days, but he never thought to believe there would have been a super rare Pokemon living down in this Scorched Slab. And so, the heroes take their leave, foiling Team Magma's plans to capture this Pokemon and its item, the Magma Stone. They all then leave. They end up leaving the cave, and so then that way they can retreat. Wow, what an experience that was. Ash says, yeah, a really strong Pokemon. Wow, I never seen that Pokemon before. Well, neither of us have, and that's something I think it's worth researching. And so Steven bids the kids farewell. He gets on his Skarmory and proceeds to fly away. News breaks out that Winona has returned back to her Pokemon gym. Ash and May look at each other, smile, and now they prepare for their next gym battle against Winona. Can they win their 6th gym badge? Well, that's where we'll be leaving things for right now.